What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. WWE Monday Night Raw, the go-home show for Hell in a Cell on Sunday, October 21st, 2013. And like I've been saying, guys, and you're kind of getting the idea on a weekly basis. What do I usually say? Fuck those other guys. Fuck those other guys that you're listening to on YouTube regarding WWE news. This is your number one source for everything you need regarding the WWE. Why? Because JD is best for business. Now get all that shit out of the way. Let's talk about Hell in a Cell. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. The most important pieces is what I talk about on this show. Everything else regarding Monday Night Raw in Hour 2 and the majority of Hour 3 is nothing but filler to me. The end of Hour 1 leading into Hour 2 and the beginning of Hour 3 is absolute filler to me. The only things I'm going to concentrate on here in this review is what happened in the beginning of the show, what happened with Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler, and what happened at the end of the show. That's it. Everything else in between, even the CM Punk stuff, and I'll talk about that a little bit because that's the second biggest angle going on right now in the WWE. And we're seeing a transition of Big E Langston turning face. How well is that going to get over? What are my thoughts on that? I'll talk about that as well. But the main thing I want to talk about here is what I've been prophesizing and preaching for the last, I don't know, what is it, 7-8 months now? 7-8 months with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is the special guest referee, and not by coincidence for this WWE Championship match. The reason why Shawn Michaels is there is because he's going to have a very crucial role in the outcome of this match. Now, as soon as Monday Night Raw went off the air, my guy, Justin LaBar, WrestleZone.com. He's the lead writer for WrestleZone.com. He's also on BleacherReport.com regarding WWE. He said the way Monday Night Raw ended doesn't bode well for Daniel Bryan heading into the pay-per-view, meaning that he looks strong coming out of Monday Night Raw and going into the pay-per-view. It seems as if Randy Orton may be given the WWE Championship again. But inside the Hell in a Cell, by what way? In what way is he going to capture the WWE Championship? Is Shawn Michaels turning heel? Is Shawn Michaels going to play a factor in helping Triple H? Is he going to do what's best for business? Really meaning he's going to help out his best friend? His best friend who's in control of the company right now? Or is Shawn Michaels going to do the right thing morally because he's a Christian man? Is he going to do the right thing and help out Daniel Bryan, who he knows has been screwed for the last few months by Orton, by Triple H, by Stephanie? What's going to happen? This is what I think is going to happen. Daniel Bryan looked strong in that closing segment, and the whole segment was beautifully done. It was beautifully done. I love the interaction between Orton and Bryan. They got across the point that they want the WWE Championship. I can beat you. You can't beat me. That was the whole vibe of that. Inside the Hell in a Cell, they touched upon the Hell in a Cell, which is good. Because you need, and like I said in my previous Raw reviews, if you're going to have a Hell in a Cell as the main event, you need to build up the structure. Two guys are going in there, only one's walking out. Nobody else is getting in. They're trapped. They are in hell fighting for the WWE's biggest prize, okay? I like that they got that point across. They didn't touch upon it as much as I wanted them to, but they did, okay? The intensity from Bryan and Orton has been there since the beginning of this angle. But the main part of this whole segment was Triple H. And you guys, if you've been listening to me, this is what I've been waiting for. The interaction between Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Triple H came off in such a cocky way that Shawn Michaels was like, whoa. What's going on with you? You know, what is going on with you? Exactly what I wanted him to start off saying. What's going on with you? What changed you? You're not the same person. You're running the WWE, but this is not the guy that I know. This is not my best friend. You know, and then he stuck up for Daniel Bryan. Listen, you know, people said the same thing about me when I was growing up in the WWE. When I first stepped foot in the WWE. Nobody believed in me. Meaning that he was part of the Rockers. They turned him into a singles guy. They didn't believe in Shawn Michaels to be the face of the company. They said the same thing about Triple H, is what Shawn Michaels said. And now, Triple H is saying, Daniel Bryan's nothing but a B-level player. He's nothing but a B-level player. He's not good. And Shawn Michaels like, whoa, listen, why are you talking about him that way? Listen, he is very good, you know? Is the only reason why you're saying this is because after 3 months of torment, he's still standing here, overcoming you and proving you wrong? Shawn Michaels got in his face. Not as intense as I wanted him to be, but he defended Daniel Bryan in the way that needed to be done. Okay? And the main interaction I want you guys to watch and pick apart here is the interaction between Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Never mind what happened with Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton. Daniel Bryan has been on the receiving end of the corporation and Randy Orton's beating the majority of the weeks. Okay? There's only maybe 2 or 3 instances where I know that Daniel Bryan got one over on Randy Orton. This is the 3rd time. Okay? That means nothing leading into the pay-per-view. Anything can happen in the Hell in the Cell. I do not think that Daniel Bryan looking strong with the Big Show at the end of Monday Night Raw proves anything in what the outcome is going to be in Hell in the Cell. I do not. Typically, that's wrestling logic 101. The face is going to look strong the last couple of weeks against the heel. The heel most likely is going to overcome at the pay-per-view. That's the way it typically works. I don't see that working here. Shawn Michaels is the wild card here. Everything is going to come down on Shawn Michaels as far as the decision goes for this pay-per-view. Mark my words. Michaels will be the defining factor in who is the WWE Champion. Now, does this mean a heel turn for Shawn Michaels? No, I do not think it's going to be a heel turn. I do not. Because if you guys seen what Triple H said, he looked Shawn Michaels right in the eye. He's like, I trust you. I trust you because I know you're going to do what's best for business. And Shawn Michaels is like, yeah, I'm going to do what's best for business. I'm going to do what's best for the company that I love. I'm going to do what's best for the people around me in this crowd that love this company. Right? Shawn Michaels is going, this is my prediction, Shawn Michaels is going to help Daniel Bryan win the WWE Championship. Whether it's by stopping a low ball maneuver by the corporation, Shawn Michaels stops it and inadvertently, knocks out Randy Orton with a super kick and Daniel Bryan takes advantage. Something along those lines. It's going to play, the outcome of this match is going to be revolving around Shawn Michaels. He's not going to do anything intentionally. He's going to do something where he's the referee. He's going to stop some bullshit from going on, and that's going to lead Daniel Bryan to make the recover and make the pin and become the WWE Champion. It's going to all work in Daniel Bryan's favor, but it's not going to be something that's going to be intentional. It's not going to be intentional. It's going to be something that Shawn Michaels is going to be the middleman, and he's going to stop the bullshit from going on that I'm sure Triple H and Randy Orton are going to try to incorporate into this match, if you get what I'm saying. That's what's going to happen. The main interaction I want you guys to see here is Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Is it setting something up for something down the line? I don't know yet. It's still too early, but this is the interaction I wanted to see, and we'll definitely have more answers on that on Monday Night Raw following the pay-per-view, because Shawn Michaels is going to play a crucial role in this pay-per-view. He's going to be on Monday Night Raw following the pay-per-view. Triple H is going to be pissed and want answers. And that's when the fucking volcano erupts between Shawn Michaels and Triple H. That's what I think. Monday is what I hope is the start of a program leading down the line. Now, a lot of people I read this week alone saying that it's not best for business. It makes no sense, even though we would love to see Shawn Michaels back in the ring. It makes no sense business-wise for Shawn Michaels to get back in the ring with Triple H. What does it do? What does it do for business? It does a whole lot for business. Number one, it's going to sell WrestleMania 30. It's going to make WrestleMania 30 one of the biggest events in wrestling history. It may be the biggest event ever, if it goes down the way I want it to go down. If Shawn Michaels comes out of retirement, and if you look at Shawn Michaels, he's still physically capable of wrestling. He looks great for his age, okay? A lot of people are saying it's not going to be best for business because it's going to tarnish what Shawn Michaels said to The Undertaker when The Undertaker retired him. He's done. He's not coming back. But every time someone leaves, they get that wrestling itch. How many times is Ric Flair retired? How many times is Hulk Hogan retired? The Undertaker, he's semi-retired. The Undertaker, to me, is retired, but he comes out and wants to fight at WrestleMania. Why? Because it's always going to be there. It's always going to be there. The Undertaker could walk away, make his millions, has his wife, has his kids. He don't need to come back. Why does he come back? For the love of the business. Why is Shawn Michaels on TV right now? For the love of the business. He's on TV right now for the love of the business because he has that wrestling itch. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H at WrestleMania is best for business because it's going to sell pay-per-views. It's going to enhance this storyline going forward towards WrestleMania. And it's going to create such an intense vibe on television. Something that we're going to want to tune into to see. Because it's Triple H. It's Shawn Michaels. And Triple H, listen, he ain't getting any younger. You know, he said last night he can get back in this ring whenever he wants, and he wants to fight superstars. How many more superstars does he have left to fight? None. He's on his way out. He wants to sit in a nice cozy office. He wants to sit in Stamford, Connecticut. He wants to run the company when Vince McMahon is no longer capable of doing it. Who does he want his last match to be against? There's nobody else. He did it against everybody else. Who does he want? Shawn Michaels. That's the only man that I see ever stepping foot in the ring with Triple H before he retires completely from in-ring competition is Shawn Michaels. And it's going to happen. Mark my words. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This has been my prediction from day one. And you've seen the start of it last night. Okay? If that doesn't tell you that they're leading to a possible match, I don't know what is going to tell you anymore. It's going to happen. Wait till Monday. If Shawn Michaels, like I think, factors into this decision at Hell in a Cell, you're going to see an explosion on Monday Night Raw. Because Triple H didn't get what he wants. His face of the company is not the WWE champion. Shawn Michaels factored in Daniel Bryan, the underdog, the guy who says Triple H says is a B player, the guy who is overcoming all odds and proving the corporation wrong, the guy who's a dwarf, a troll, a midget, who's 5'5", 190 pounds, 200 pounds, is the face of the WWE with his goat face and his hairy beard. That's the guy who's representing your company. Triple H is going to find out the hard way. And things are going to explode on Monday Night Raw with Shawn Michaels. That's what I'm thinking right now. But as far as Triple H and the Big Show, now, Triple H said that he wants to fight stars. John Cena, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar he mentioned, right? This is all leading to a match with the Big Show. I hope you guys know. Big Show and Triple H are rumored to be fighting at Survivor Series. Now, this is not something that I want to see. This is not something that I want to see because the Big Show, in my eyes, is not a superstar. He's playing his role perfectly in this angle. I commend him on that. I thank him for his input, his time, and his role in this storyline. But to fight Triple H at Survivor Series after everything that's been done, yes, it makes logical sense. But do you really want to see the Big Show fumbling around in the ring with Triple H? You know, it plays well on TV when it's storyline and dialogue, but when you get the guys in the ring, Triple H and Big Show, I don't think a good story is going to be told. The Big Show is well past his prime. He was never a superstar, in my opinion. He may act the role of a superstar. He may be given the keys to the kingdom. He may be given championships upon championships, but that doesn't make him a superstar. The Big Show was never a superstar in the WWE. He's always been that mid-level guy. And the fact that this is all leading to a match with Triple H, and it's Big Show that's getting that role, why couldn't they find anybody younger? Why couldn't they find a more suitable replacement for the Big Show? Someone who can actually, bring Triple H to their level, and wrestle a great match in the ring with great storytelling in the ring. You're not going to get that from the Big Show. So, this is something I'm not craving to see. Come Survivor Series, there's going to be other shit going on besides Big Show and Triple H. I'm going to be highly interested in what they have to do on Monday Night Raw, setting up the match if it happens. But when the match actually takes place, I'm not going to be really interested in it because Big Show is not someone I rely on to get in the ring and tell a good story, especially when it's with the COO of the company. It's just not my thing. It's not my opinion. It's my opinion. I don't see that being a very well fought, contested match. But just letting you guys know, that's what's going to happen. That's what's leading up to Survivor Series. And Survivor Series takes place a month from now, and they got plenty of time to build more and more with this storyline. So we got to see what happens. If it was up to me, if I was booking Survivor Series, you got plenty of fucking guys on the roster. Do it like you did in the old days. 4 against 4. elimination style. You got a lot of storylines going on here where you can piece together a lot of top-level guys against top-level guys, a lot of mid-card guys against mid-card guys, and you can develop and create a decent pay-per-view environment. Okay, the WWE title was never really defended at Survivor Series. You don't need to have a WWE Championship match at Survivor Series. It's that one pay-per-view where you go in, it's all right, whatever. 4 against 4, it's highly competitive matches. Survival. The name of the game is survival. WWE tends to just fucking put singles matches on Survivor Series now, watering down the pay-per-view and ruining the whole fucking concept of the pay-per-view. I don't like that. 1993, for example, take a look at the 1993 Survivor Series. You had 4-on-4 for the entire night, except for the Rock and Roll Express versus the Heavenly Bodies. That was a tag team match, and it wasn't even for the tag team championships at the time. I think the Heavenly Bodies or the Rock and Roll Express, one of them was like NWA tag team champions going into that match, and that was contested on WWE pay-per-view. The Survivor Series, singles matches can take place in Survivor Series if it's a blow-off for a feud after 5 pay-per-views. But realistically, I want to go back to the traditional way of Survivor Series. I don't want singles match. I don't want Bryan versus Orton again. I don't want a triple threat match with Big Show and Bryan and Randy Orton that's being rumored. I don't want a singles match with Big Show and Triple H. I don't want that. Give me Survivor Series. Give me the Thanksgiving tradition that WWE used to do back in the day. Give me 4 against 4. I can come up with a fucking fantastic Survivor Series concept. 4 against 4. With everybody on the roster right now. So I really don't want to see Triple H versus Big Show. I really don't. But that's what it's leading to. And finally, since I just rambled on about fucking Survivor Series, a rant on Survivor Series, CM Punk and Big E Langston. Okay? Much better than R-Truth, I'll tell you that. R-Truth, I don't know what the hell was going on with R-Truth the last couple of weeks, but Big E Langston, listen, Big E Langston is a beast. Big E Langston is going to be a big player. He's got a fucking great look. He's got a great attitude. He's a little green on the mic. He's still a little green in the ring. Green meaning he's still an amateur. He's still got a lot to learn. Okay? Give him time to develop. Give him time to hone his mic skills, and build around that intensity that he brings to the ring every time he comes out. This guy's going to be a big player. And, like I've mentioned on this show before and on WWE News and Rumors, he's got the backing of the face of the company, John Cena. John Cena has been training Big E. He's been in Big E's ear. He's got the full support of John Cena. So that only means good thing in the eyes of WWE management, because if John Cena sees a lot in him, then everybody else is going to see a lot in him, because John Cena is the most respected guy in that locker room. Okay? Big E as a face. Now, I said Big E as a heel is the way to go, because he's got that heel look, he's got that heel attitude and intensity. But I am willing to give it a shot. Will the WWE audience get up off their asses and start cheering Big E? I don't know. Are they going to, from what I seen last night, if he's with CM Punk, he's got to get that rub off CM Punk, because he's not going to do it alone. It's going to be a very difficult uphill battle for Big E Langston to, get any face, reaction from the WWE crowd. It's not going to work on its own. He's got to get that rub from CM Punk. And hopefully that happens and materializes organically, and the WWE doesn't force him down our throats and we're forced to cheer him, because it's not going to look good. Don't follow the path of The Miz, where the WWE forced him upon us as a face. It's not going to happen. Pair him with CM Punk, have him save CM Punk a few times, have him, gain the trust of the WWE audience, and have it happen organically, on its own. Okay? I'm going to give it a chance because I see a lot of promise in Big E. I've always did. Even when he was with Ziggler. I always seen promise and a bright future for Big E. Is it going to happen? I hope so. For the sake of Big E, I hope so. As for the storyline, I hope it ends. CM Punk obviously is going to walk out of Hell in a Cell the winner. I don't care about the storyline. Rumor has it, Big E, as soon as he is done with this whole thing with CM Punk, he's going to go on to Ryback, and that's going to be his next feud. That could be interesting. That could work. We got to see what happens. I'll talk about more about that on News and Rumors. But the Tag Team Championships last night were also decided to be defended at Hell in a Cell. You got the Usos, the Shield, and Goldust and Cody Rhodes in a triple threat match. That's probably going to be one of the best matches on the card. Hell in a Cell is on Sunday, guys. Obviously, I will be back here on Sunday with a full review and my thoughts and opinions on the pay-per-view after it ends. But that was your Monday Night Raw, guys. That was what happened. Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler had a fantastic match. Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose had a fucking classic match. If Monday Night Raw was to start off like they did last night with a fucking 30-minute match, close to it, a 20-minute match, because you had the intro, the beginning segment. If you start off Monday Night Raw every week with a hot segment to start off the show and then go into something like Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose every week, that first hour can be fucking great. Non-stop action on that first hour. You're not going to want to turn the channel when Dean Ambrose and Daniel Bryan is on the screen. That's the way WWE needs to build their show. Obviously I would run Monday Night Raw a little bit differently, but the first hour was great. The second hour completely dragged with trash. And then the third hour picked up. You had the tag team stuff, and then you had the contract signing. Listen, WWE needs to... I know they're in fucking sleep mode right now. They're just fucking running on fumes until the Royal Rumble comes. This storyline is what's carrying the fucking programming going into the end of the year. But it's not what the WWE can solely rely on here. They got other wrestlers. They got other people that want that spotlight that you can utilize. They're just not utilizing it. And Monday Night Raw, the 3 hours is suffering. And hopefully things turn out to make sense after everything is said and done here. And Hell in a Cell, like I said, I don't like the concept of these gimmick pay-per-views. The pay-per-view is built around 2 matches yet again. And a lot of people have been asking me, JD, is it worth $50 to spend on it? No, don't even bother. Don't even bother wasting your money on Hell in a Cell. I'm telling you guys right now. If you made it this far into the review, don't even waste your money. I'll give you everything you need to know in a fucking 15-minute review on Sunday night. Then you having to spend $50 to buy the pay-per-view. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. I watch it for free because I go to the bar. I sit down and have a few Guinness, have a burger, and watch it with my brother. That's it. That's all I do. I wouldn't pay for WWE pay-per-views. Never. The only pay-per-view I would actually pay for all year is the Royal Rumble. I wouldn't even pay for WrestleMania, to be honest with you. The way WrestleMania has been the last couple of years, you wouldn't get a fucking dime out of me. But that's Monday Night Raw, guys. I'm sorry about the ranting that I did for a couple minutes of this, but obviously I'm very passionate about the product. I want to let you guys know how I feel about it. Hope you enjoyed the review. I will be back during this week, Friday, for WWE News and Rumors. I got a whole bunch of news I'm compiling for you guys, so look forward to that. And then Sunday, obviously, Hell in a Cell live on pay-per-view. I will be back after the show ends with a full in-depth review, my thoughts and opinions on that, guys. If you enjoyed, like, favorite, subscribe, comment, share. You guys know what to do. Last week's Monday Night Raw review was the highest rated, highest viewed Monday Night Raw review on this channel. I thank each and every one of you for the opportunity to make this channel grow. And like I said, fuck those other guys. This is your number one source for WWE news, opinions, thoughts, and everything regarding the product. I'm out, guys. I got shit to do. I'll talk to you later on Friday, and then Sunday for the pay-per-view, guys. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.